In this tutorial, I will show you how to paint a sweet pea flower, and this particular sweet pea is growing in the autumn time. An outline drawing is done, which is available for download. With an elastic eraser, removing the excess amount of graphite off the paper. For the color mixing, adding water to my color palette, and I use this spray for awakening the watercolors, so they are more softer. And colors I will be using: Sap Green, Alizarin Crimson, Manganese Violet, Permanent Rose. This is pink subject and we need pink pigment. Red Violet for more darker areas, what we see in the reference. And now mixing Sap Green with Alizarin Crimson, just a little touch of Alizarin Crimson. It instantly makes green color more earthy. Adding Ultramarine Blue to my pigment list and Manganese Blue. Mixing second color, Sap Green, with a little touch of Ultramarine Blue. Very transparent mix. Very small amount of pigment is used. Third mix is Permanent Rose. More Permanent Rose. Fourth mix, Permanent Rose with the Red Violet for more darker intense areas, and adding Manganese Violet, Manganese Blue to Permanent Rose mix. Separately adding Sap Green, Lemon Yellow. I will also be needing a little amount of lemon yellow, and Ultramarine Blue together with Sap Green for more cooler green mix. Now I will erase more of some more obvious graphite lines which we see in our line drawing, because this is a very light subject and all the graphite lines will be visible if they are too strong or too intense. Removing dust with a wider, bigger brush. We are not touching paper too much with our hands because our hands are also tend to get dirty, but we need clean paper for our painting. Now we can start painting. For little sweet pea buds, I will be applying watercolors with finer tip brush because those areas are really small. Starting with one section at a time, upper part of the bud. Sweet pea bud has two sections, the flower section and the leaf section, so I will paint them separately. Starting with a mix of Sap Green with Alizarin Crimson, we can see in that greener part of the sweet pea bud there is some reddish, violetish, greenish color. So I will be using here Sap Green, Alizarin Crimson, and also will add later Manganese Violet to that mix. Very transparently. First layers are super transparent. I added water first, and now with pigment, watercolor mixes, constantly looking at the reference. How does it look there? Where are darker, where are lighter, where are more greener color? We can see everything that in the reference. Also adding a little touch of Ultramarine Blue to the upper part of that bud. There is in the reference visible a very small and subtle blue color tone, and the stem of the bud is also Sap Green with Alizarin Crimson mix, and the lower part is more greenish. Take these things into consideration, pause the video and take a look at that stem, at that upper part of the bud. Do you see these color transitions? Do you see these different color tones? It's very important for you to understand on your own. I don't want you to blindly follow my tutorials. I really want you to think and learn also and be able to see those things on your own. But that comes with time. Don't worry if you don't see straight away all the color tones, all the tonal values. It only comes with experience, with practice. No magic trick, no shortcuts here. Moving on to the next bud. Doing the same, still looking at reference. I always, no matter how long I will paint one subject, one area, I will constantly be looking in the reference. In realistic painting, we can't paint from imagination. Our imagination can't be so rich and full how it appears in real life. That's why we need guidances if we want our paintings to look realistic. Speeding up the painting process, you can find the whole tutorial on my Patreon page, link is down below. The whole process took 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish this beautiful sweet pea painting. Now as I'm approaching the finishing part of painting this sweet pea flower composition, I still add a little bit more contrast, correcting some edges. While applying shadow area, I can correct the edge of the lighter part, giving more contrast, finer lines, petal veins, and giving some extra time, extra dedication to this composition. And again, if you feel that you are tired and you want to go faster, you better take a pause. It's really a moment when you can ruin your painting when you are going too fast and too tired. It's better to take a rest, come back the other day or after a few hours, after a cup of tea, take a look with a fresh eye and add some final touches. Push yourself a little bit further than you think that you can. Just extra detail, extra attention to the reference, what you see, what you can add more. It can only be done when you had a rest and you have a fresh look. Or maybe you can turn to your art community. We have a lovely art community on our Facebook where you can join and you can ask an opinion of other artists. Maybe they can see you and guide some details, what you can add, maybe some detail, or maybe it's completely fine. And it's okay to stop at any point if you feel that you're completely okay with everything, you like how it looks. Still, this is your painting, your decision when to stop or when to continue. I had an amazing time painting this sweet pea flower, and it's special because this is my first painting in my new art space. So hope you learned something new. I sure did. Patience for light subjects is the thing for me, which I still am developing, and hope you learned something new. Thank you for watching, thank you for being here, and see you in my next tutorials. Bye bye.